Hello, Dr. Joe here. Now, is this you on a Saturday? Or is this you on a Sunday? Well, if you do this on a Saturday and Sunday, then you qualify to be described as a weekend warrior. And as a weekend warrior, you might be thinking that what you're doing in terms of physical activity is not enough. Well, if you had that thought, well, I got some good news for you. You want to stay tuned to watch the entire video. Now, before we continue, we're going to jump in shortly, but before we do, a quick plug. This is my book on managing high blood pressure with lifestyle approach. This is the second edition of this very book, and links to get the book right below this very video. Do get yourself a copy, please. Now, how about we jump right in? Okay, so we're going to be looking at the weekend warrior concept through the telescope of this very study here that was published in this JAHA journal. It is the journal of the American Heart Association. And the study had the title Association of Accelerometer Derived Physical Activity Pattern with the Risks of All Cause, Cardiovascular Disease, and Cancer Death. So let's first look at the study design. Well, the study is coming from the UK Biobank database. And in this very cohort, they had 500,000 people aged between 37 to 73 years. So, what else? Well, the study authors tracked physical activity of the study participants using wrist devices. And this went on for 8 good years, okay? 8 years, tracking their physical activity over the 8 year period. And then, of course, analyze the data against some predetermined health markers. The other thing they did was they split the study group into three. And what are these groups? Well, group one was inactive people, so people who were more or less sedentary by definition. And the second group was made up of people who exercised regularly during the week. And the third group was made up of people who worked out on just 1 or 2 days, but still hit their 150 minutes of exercise per week. So this third group is what we call the weekend warriors. Okay, the third group constitutes the weekend warriors. Now let's look at their findings. Okay, number one was that weekend warriors had a 32% lower risk of death from all causes. So, in comparison to regular exercisers who had 26%, okay, 26% lower risk of death from all causes. So, here we are, the weekend warriors were doing better, okay? They reduced their risk of dying from all causes by 32%, whilst the regular exercisers reduced their risk of death by 26%. So, there's a 6% difference there. There we go. So that's finding number one. Let's look at finding number two. And it is that weekend warriors had a 31% lower risk of dying from cardiovascular disease. Okay. Now, in comparison, regular exercisers reduced their risk of dying from cardiovascular disease by 24%. So here we are again, a 7% difference between the weekend warriors and the regular exercisers as far as dying from cardiovascular disease risk is concerned. So, weekend warriors winning again, second time. Now, let's move on to finding number three to see if weekend warriors are going to have a hat trick, whether they're going to have all three. Well, finding number three is that weekend warriors had a 21% lower risk of cancer related death in comparison to regular exercisers who lowered their cancer risk by 13%. So here we are again, an 8% difference in the risk lowering criterion. With the weekend warriors having the upper hand a third time. So this was quite shocking to me, I have to say. All three findings were shocking to me. But the study is the study. Okay, a quick announcement for you guys. I have started a newsletter and it is in Substack. All you need to do is type in askdrjoe.org and you will be redirected to my Substack, okay? Askdrjoe.org. Go over there and subscribe, please. So, what can we gather from this very video? The essence of this video is that it is not so much how frequently you do your exercise that matters. It's more about the volume, okay? The amount of exercise you're actually doing. So the point is, if you can compress all of your hours of exercise or minutes of exercise into 1 day or 2 days of the week, you are good. You shouldn't feel that you're doing less. That is the point of this video. So if you can compress your 150 minutes of moderate to vigorous exercise into 1 day or 2 days of the week, you are still good to go, okay? Do not feel as though you're doing less than your counterparts who are going to the gym, working out 7 days a week or 6 days a week. So it's not a frequency that really matters as far as health improvement is concerned. It's more about the volume. If you're getting the volume in, it doesn't matter whether you spread it over the 7 days of the week or you spread it over 1 or 2 days of the week, you are still good to go. Okay, that is the essence of this very study, or what we can gather from this very study. Now, the other thing is, we use the term weekend warrior loosely because it doesn't matter whether you do the exercise on a Saturday and a Sunday. There are some people who work on weekends and they get their days off during the week. So they might do the exercise on a Monday and Tuesday, or Monday and Wednesday, or Tuesday and Thursday, or Tuesday and Wednesday. Whatever combination, it really doesn't matter. The point is, so long as you are putting in the 150 minutes of moderate to vigorous exercise that is recommended for all of us, you are good, okay? So do not feel as though you're doing less. So I'm hoping that you got some value from this very video. If you did, please give the video a thumbs up. Please like the video, and also please share this video with your friends, family, and colleagues. That's it for this video. Don't forget to go to askdrjoe.org and subscribe there to my newsletter, okay? Until then, well, it's time for me to carry on with my own exercise as well, my 150 minutes. I got to start doing it right now, okay? See you guys next time shortly. Bye.